Yeah, I think we do have a little bit of lag between us. One of our internets is not
Let's go ahead and blame mine.
I mean, mine's the one that failed earlier. So
That's true. That is true.
Probably both. They're conspiring together to keep us from speaking coherently.
Right. Just a lot of long, awkward pauses. It'll be great. It's good for radio.
And then talking over each other for 10 seconds.
The rest of it, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
I got my sweet jerk off with them. String it on.
That train is off the tracks.
Who doesn't love the bouncy castle?
Hitler.
Just prepare to... yeah, so just prepare to be awash in unbeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You are listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast, which is increasingly true. I guess bi-weekly. We've gone to bi-weekly. Today is Sunday, March 8th, and this is episode 809, coming to you from Tacoma, Washington. I'm the enforcer, John Harper, and joining me is the bartender from Asheville, North Carolina, Jonathan Colson.
What is up, Pacer Nation? What is up, Harper? I'm going to shout out to Two Man Pod. Shout out.
Yeah, boy. I feel like we haven't rocked one of these in a while.
It's been a while. That's right.
Because they figure out how to open up the script.
It was in Chinese. Why? I don't know why.
It was we've clearly been hacked.
I mean, I know that I know that Joey's wife and child speak Mandarin, but I know that he doesn't. So he's not reading that on the weekly.
No. And if they're looking for the nuclear codes, they missed by a mark. So, well, before we start the show, just want to remind listeners that you can support the longest running Pacers podcast by going to patreon.com/the Undebeatables and can support us for as little as $1 a month. Go do that. Be awesome. This show, we've got 2 weeks worth of games to cover, and I, as most fans of the show now know, don't watch the Pacers anymore. And I was rewarded in my efforts with an 0-5 2 weeks of basketball.
Yay!
Thank you, Pacers. That's what I'm talking about. So, starting the first game in this set, we first got stopped by the Philadelphia 76ers. We played a quarter of basketball. And I believe last show, the story of the show was that we played 3 quarters and then let it slip away. Mm-hmm. We played a quarter here before getting just absolutely mauled in the second and third. 135-114 is your final. Embiid goes for 27. Maxey goes for 32. Edge come yoked on us again. They had 6 guys in double figures. Quentin Grimes was in double figures. So it was not close.
It was not great.
We played a quarter of basketball against the surprisingly hot Charlotte Hornets before, again, getting wiped out in the second frame of this game. 133-109 is your final there. Brandon Miller leads the way with 33. They also got 28 from Newpol. LaMelo Ball only had to score 20 in 22 minutes because they just blew our doors off. In this game, we saw the return, however, of Obi Toppin.
Yay!
Obi.
Obi.
Got just 8 minutes.
Yeah, he's on a
game.
minute restriction. He got the start and then
Very
sat down.
Restricted. Yeah. He just came out long enough for the ovation to stop, and then.
Well, I think Coach got nervous after we were up after the first quarter. He was like, "Oh, Obi needs to not see any more minutes. He's on that kind of minute restriction." He's like, "You're too good.
Can't have that. We're at home. The crowd's into it." Nembhard goes for 20 in this game, and Micah Potter, oh my, 19 points in 26 minutes, 5 of 7 from 3-point land.
Yeah, he was looking good.
Big game from Jarris Walker, notches 16 more, gets 6 boards, has a block, and just 2 turnovers. The next game, we took on the Memphis Grizzlies. And this game, we decided to change it up. We played all the way until the fourth quarter of this one.
Yeah, Memphis isn't very good.
It
was easier to stick with them.
125, 106. I mean, their team's on the floor.
You've not heard, well, you've probably heard of Scottie Pippen Jr. just because he was Scottie Pippen's kid. But how about some Ryan Rupert? Taylor Hendricks? What about a Walter Clayton?
I mean, they got a Jemai Mashak, baby.
They got a Jalen Wells and Maxence Prosper. I mean, you know, if you can't beat those guys,
Maxence.
I don't even know.
These guys are a load. They're a load.
You know, it's nice that these guys are on two-way deals and all that stuff and getting some real minutes. And they all played 20 minutes, all 12 of them. And they beat the pants off us in the fourth quarter.
You know who didn't play was Cedric Coward. I really wanted the Coward to be on the floor. I feel like I would just change my name if my name was Coward.
Oh, God. Javon Small. Too small.
Too small.
Not for us,
Obi gets his minutes restriction upped from 8 to 11 in this one.
That's right.
Takes 3 shots, but gets 4 boards and 5 assists in short order. Jarris Walker, our leading scorer in this game, 8 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3-point land, 2 assists and 3 rebounds. Gets a block in and, 2 turnovers.
Still has those 2 turnovers. Just like the previous game.
I'll take it if you're going to drop 24.
Well, I agree. I mean, you're right. But every game he only gives you, it's just 2 turnovers. And I've been saying all season he's been turning the ball over too much. He's down to just 2 turnovers, but both of them in every game are epic. They're just like, I'm going to give you the ball so you can run over and dunk on somebody's head. Like, it's amazing. He just has the worst turnovers. But at least they're down to 2.
Yeah, well, Jay backed him up with his 5 turnovers in this one, but he was 5 of 6 from the floor. Micah Potter, another huge game. 18 points, 6 of 9 from the floor. Gets the line 4 times. Perfect there. Yeah, so excellent effort right up until it was time to stop, which we did perfectly.
A lot of Talon Peter minutes in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Just a shout out to Talon Peter. He took 11 3-pointers. It's always a good sign when your 16th man is taking the most shots in the game. He took 11 3-pointers and hit 3 of them for a solid 27% from the range. Yeah. Thank you, Talon.
And Cam Jones combined for 69 minutes in this game. They took 24 shots.
He had the most minutes in the game. Now, was he doing other good things? He gave you a rebound, a couple assists, a couple blocks. So he's putting in the effort on that end. But I think he knew the assignment, or Coach knew the assignment that Peter was going to keep jacking those threes whether he was hitting them or not.
Cam Jones notches a double-double in this one. He actually gets 10 assists in this game, so I got to think that is Cam's first career double-double.
I would assume so, yes.
Yeah. So on the road, back out on the road versus the Los Angeles Clippers. We played 0 quarters in this game and lost 107 to 130.
Now,
Kawhi played.
Yeah, this is the problem. He was
go ahead.
brilliant. He was brilliant. We actually did play a quarter of basketball, or at least half a quarter of basketball. Siakam was out there being an all-star, busting his butt, hitting all the shots. We were, I thought, fairly competitive for like the first half of this quarter, and then Kawhi just took over. He's just so good. I think he got like 12 points in the first quarter. I think he ended with over 20 points in the half, and on just ridiculously efficient scoring. And we couldn't stop him, and we couldn't really stop anybody in this game. I mean, that's the story of this game. But we were trading baskets for the first, 8 minutes. And then we decided we couldn't hit a single thing. We could not hit the broadside of a barn. We also have Mathurin coming off the bench and Isaiah Jackson coming off the bench and looking really good, which hurt my feelings. They both looked great in this game. Mathurin ends up
Combined for 33 points on 12 of 26 shooting.
Yeah, and combined for 12 rebounds and 6 assists and 4 blocks.
12 of 17 shooting. Yeah.
No,
Yep.
they were just.
Mathurin didn't go for 50, but only because they only let him play 22 minutes.
Yeah, they didn't need him because Kawhi had already blown us out. But he was aggressive. He was sharing the basketball. I don't think the Clippers are, they don't play the same style that we do, and so I think Mathurin attacking the basket is familiar to them, but I think he shares the ball in a way that they didn't expect. Because, on the Pacers you have to share the ball, and even though we considered Mathurin, kind of a black hole, like even he is better at sharing the basketball than everybody else on that team. On the Clippers, so
then James Harden.
Yeah. Well, okay. James Harden isn't there anymore. So.
But he was. I mean, that's effectively who he's replacing on that squad.
Yeah. So it's been good for them, I think, and I think they're excited about him moving forward. I think Isaiah Jackson. We'll see what happens, but he sure played well against us. But man, when Kawhi is right, he is so right. He is so scary good.
Indeed. We did get 30 minutes out of Pascal. Back in the lineup, goes 8 of 14. Gets to the line 14 times. Did not get much from the rest of the team here. Jay Huff was 7 of 13. Jarris, another 17 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and you guessed it, 2 turnovers.
And they were both terrible live ball turnovers.
They were both terrible. Nembhard and Neesmith go 2 for 13. You're just not going to win a lot of games like that.
No. Yeah, we'll talk about it, I guess, after the next game. But Neesmith has hit a cold streak. He's hitting a whole cold streak.
And bringing up the rear on this 5-game set, we complete the second game in LA, losing this one 128-117 to the Los Angeles Clippers. Big game from Luka. Notches 44 against us with 9 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and
that was in 3 quarters. He did not play the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he did not need to play the fourth quarter.
No.
They beat us every quarter except the fourth in this game.
Yeah, that's the story of this game. Because I started this game and I was like, I haven't really spent a lot of time watching the Lakers this year, and I was like, this is an unserious basketball team. Like, they're not playing defense, they're not boxing out, they're just kind of milling about. And I was like, how is this team gonna make the playoffs? How is this team gonna scare anybody? And then the answer is Luka can do whatever he wants. But like, they just they looked sloppy and unserious. And then I was telling my wife Erica that, and she was like, maybe it's because they were playing the Pacers. Like, kind of everybody at this point's like, we can take the night off. We don't have to cut real sharp or box out real hard right now because it's the Pacers. But we were doing what we wanted in that first quarter. It was really fun. In the first half even. We got a lot of dunks, a lot of fun alley-oops and plays. Nimhard was in his bag. And, I enjoyed watching this game. But Luka just was a flamethrower. And they were really deep threes, most of them. So,
yeah. I mean, just going toe-to-toe, purely scoring with Luka Doncic, you're not going to win those games if you're counting on, Nesmith's 3 of 10 shooting.
Yeah. Nesmith continues his cold streak. Like I said, he was 1 of 8 in the last LA game. This one, he just and you could tell his confidence seems off. He's putting his head down on these 3-pointers when they're not going in, and he's a shooter. He'll bounce back. We know who he is, but this is it's probably a good season to have to get this out of your system.
Good a time as any.
Yeah, because we are not winning many games this year. But yeah, McConnell was also in his bag.
Siakam.
McConnell was also in his bag. Austin Reeves doesn't play defense, so Nimhard and McConnell were able to do what they wanted.
Yep, and another 26 for Siakam. Gets the line another 9 times, getting in there, drawing contact. But certainly not enough to overcome 44 points from their big. So no LeBron James in this one. Bronny did get 5 minutes, but Dad did not grace us with his presence in this one.
Bronny gave you the all zeros, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, 5 trillion.
5 trillion.
Well, did you have a favorite game out of that mess?
I mean, like I said, I enjoyed watching Huff in LA both games. He was really fun. He's got that reverse spin. We talked about it last time we did a pod. He fakes the 3 and then just takes 2 steps and is reverse dunking on people's heads. Both announcing teams in LA were just talking a bunch about J Huff. He starts the game out really well for us in both games. It seems like he's going to be a problem. Maybe he wears out. He doesn't. He's a good shot blocker, but he doesn't necessarily play incredible low post defense. He's just been great for us, and I suppose the LA game was my favorite game just because, no, I don't know. None of them were good. They're all bad. I mean, I hate Philly, and they just worked us by the guys that always work us. I wasn't able to see the full Charlotte game because I live in North Carolina, so I had to watch the recap. But I mean, Charlotte's the story right now in the NBA. They're so fun. They're kind of going on a similar run maybe that the Pacers did last year when things start to click and everybody's playing really well. They're the hottest team in the NBA. They went like on a 10-game win streak and then lost 2 out of 4 and then went on another 9-game win streak or something like that. Like, it's crazy. They're like really good and they're blowing people out. Con Knipple, their rookie, is fantastic. He's playing like a veteran, and probably will win Rookie of the Year. Brandon Miller turned into the guy that everybody thought he was going to turn into, sort of a Paul George type. And LaMelo Ball is balling out. So it's just a fun team, and sorry I didn't get to watch them play outside of just some highlights because they absolutely destroyed us, but kind of everybody does now. We don't play real good, John. We're not a very good team right now.
Yeah, I mean, if a double from Cam Jones is not going to get the job done, we've got an uphill battle.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I just like following the guys. Like, it's been fun to see Shepard kind of get back into his role and play really well. You know, the Quentin Jackson story is fantastic. He's worked his butt off at every level to get to the next level and finally got a long-term contract from us, which is great. He's no longer on a two-way deal. Yeah, Micah Potter is doing good things. I mean, he can't play defense a lick, but he's offensively been really impressive for us. And, you know, so that may not be our future, but maybe he's going to, you know, find a place in this league. So I think that's kind of how you have to watch these games at this point, because, you know, you're not really rooting for a win because you're rooting for losses, but you want your guys to play well, and so you kind of just pick some guys to root for. So I don't think I've had a favorite game. It's been a long season.
Yeah. Well, Jarris Walker's been playing really well. Worth noting here, Zubat's still on paternity leave with his bad ankle, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? So we're playing against the Clippers, and they have our two guys, and they're blowing us out. And the guy we traded for from them is still in street clothes, and they hold our 5 through 9 draft pick, or is that what it is? Yeah. It's protected 1 through 4.
Yeah, 1 through 4. So, God, I really, really hope that we can hold on to this top 4 draft pick, because otherwise it's just getting real painful.
It's gonna matter.
Yeah. I did do some tanking shallow tanking dive, if you'd like.
I mean, you got to be careful about the depth of the pool if you're going to dive deep.
Don't dive into the shallow end for sure.
That's right, John. You got to be careful, buddy.
Okay. So we know that the worst 3 records have a 52% chance of staying in the top 4 of the lottery. Okay? And the 4th spot has a 48% chance of staying in the top 4 spots. But what I did is I went back and looked at the drafts since they flattened the odds in 2019. The percentages are the percentages, but the reality is something slightly different. So, in 2019, one team in the top 3, with the worst 3 records, stayed, and that was the Knicks. Went from the number 1 pick to the 3rd pick. They slid back to the 3rd pick. In 2020, 2 teams from the bottom 3 kept the top 3 picks. Minnesota went from 3 to the 1st pick. Golden State went from the 1st pick to the 2nd pick. In 2021, 2 teams did it. Detroit went from the 2nd to the 1st, and Houston went from the 1st to the 2nd. 2022, 2 teams did it. Orlando went from the 2nd pick to the 1st. Houston went from the 1st to the 3rd. 2023, 2 teams did it again. San Antonio went from 3 to 1. Houston went from 2 to 4. So they kept the top 4 picks, sorry. And then, because that's what would matter in our draft. Yeah, okay. And then in 2024, 1 team kept it. The Wizards stayed at the 2 spot. And then last year, 1 team, Charlotte, went from the 3 spot to the 4 spot. So if you do the math on that, it's 63% of teams with the worst 3 records stayed in the top 4. So that's way better than 52%. And 79% of the time, the number 1 pick came from a a top 3 selection. So those are really good odds. Now we're talking about better odds. Again, the odds are just the odds. It's 52% no matter what. But when you start looking...
Right. What you're saying is that we should expect a reversion to the mean, and that doesn't bode well for us.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But I will say that since the last 2 years only one team kept it, there's a chance that we might get 2, but 3 happening is not very likely. It just hasn't happened yet. And here's the worst news. The fourth spot is bad. It says 48% chance to make the top 4. Only 2 years has the 4th spot kept their draft pick in the top 4. In 2002, OKC went from 4 to 2, and in 2023, Charlotte went from 4 to 2. That's 29% of the time does the 4th spot stay in the top 4. Again, you're right. We're looking for a reversion to the mean, so maybe that'll go up. maybe it'll get better. But I guess my argument is the best plan to have here is to be in the bottom 3 picks, not in that 4th pick, in the bottom 3, and assume that there's about a 1.3 chance of us staying in the top 4 from that point, based on what's happened over the last 7 years.
Why would it only be 1%?
I mean, not percent. That there's that 1.3 teams are going to stay in that top 4 based on what's happened over the past 4 years.
Yeah, and so just to contextualize too, so the chance of one of the top 4 teams winning the number 1 overall is 54.5% combined, 14% for each of the top 3, and 12.5% for that 4th team. So maybe, I mean, if we're expecting a reversion to the reversion to the mean, 4 is exactly where you want to be.
Potentially.
4 has been unlucky.
4 has been super unlucky. Now, as I was looking at this, though,
so far.
It's amazing how useful it is to be bad for long stretches. OKC won a title after they were in the lottery 3 years in a row, and then Houston was in the lottery 3 years in a row, and they're real good. San Antonio was in the lottery 2 out of the last 3 years, and now they're real good. So apparently the lottery does help teams, so tanking does work.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting talent like, Wembanyama and Stephen Castle, that bodes pretty well for you if you're San Antonio.
Yeah.
Right now, the 4 worst records belong to Sacramento, Indiana, a game and a half back. Brooklyn is a game behind us, and Washington a half game behind them. They have a 2-game cushion over Utah, sitting on the 5 spot. New Orleans still in 6 with their draft pick going to Atlanta. So hopefully they can find a way to improve
So I actually
feel better about their fates.
There is some good news here. So the teams that are tanking currently around us have to play each other. So if one team completely loses out, it actually helps because teams we're also tanking along with have to get wins at that point. We play Sacramento this coming week on the 10th. And then the only other bottom team that we play is April 9th. That's at Brooklyn. If you look at the toughest schedules remaining out of those bottom 4 or 5 teams, I guess, so it'd be us, Sacramento, Wizards, Nets, and Jazz. The Wizards have the 5th most difficult remaining schedule. Pacers have the 7th. Utah has the 10th. Brooklyn has the 25th, and Sacramento has the 27th. And you're like, oh, well, that seems bad. Actually, it's good for us because the easier the schedule, the harder it is to lose. So Brooklyn and Sacramento essentially have the easier schedules, so it should be harder for them to lose all of their games. So I did a really nerdy thing, and I took if for example, if Sacramento were to lose out, it would force some wins on other teams. That would put Sacramento, and then everybody else lost every game. Let's say, so all of these are going to be, all of the tanking teams lose every game except the games they have to win against the other tanking teams. Does that make sense? Okay. So if Sacramento loses out, and then every other team loses out except against the games they have to win, Sacramento's the worst in the league. Wizards and Pacers are tied for second. And then the Nets would have 17 wins and Jazz would have 20. If the Wizards lose out, Sacramento's worst. Pacers would be the second, Wiz third, Nets fourth, and Jazz fifth. If the Pacers lose out, Pacers would tie with Sacramento for the number one for the worst seed. And then it'd be Nets, Wiz, Jazz. If the Nets lose out, Pacers with the worst record, and then Pacers, Sacramento tied for second, and then Wiz, Jazz. If the Jazz lose out, Sacramento, Pacers, and the Nets would tie for number one, then the Wizards and the Jazz. And if Pacers only win against tank teams, we would end up tied for the fourth seed against Sacramento and against the Nets. So that would be the worst case scenario, honestly. We need to lose these games against Sacramento and Brooklyn. Because every other situation, we're in the third seed or better if we lose out, unless we lose to Sacramento and Brooklyn. So it actually looks okay unless we bring back Zubats and start winning some games. If we're just going to try to lose every game possible, it looks like we could kind of stay in that top three, which is the goal.
So we've currently played, we're 15-48 currently, so 63 games into an 82-game season, and we got 19 to go.
Yep.
If you look at the the 8 worst teams right now, only one team is on a winning streak.
Okay.
There are 3 teams who have lost at least 7 in a row.
We're one of those, right?
There's another 2 teams who have lost 3 straight. Yep, we've lost 8. There's another 2 teams that have lost 3 in a row. You have to go all the way down to LA at 12 before you find a team that's over 500 in its last 10. There are a lot of teams that are pretty serious about their tank mode this season.
But we don't have to play very many of them, is my point. We got to play mostly, because we have the 7th toughest schedule.
I mean, we're in the 2 spot. We control our own destiny.
Oh, man, this is going to get so bad. Like, tonight we play Portland. Portland is not very good.
I mean, they're 30-34. They have literally twice as many wins as us.
But, I mean, they're in the play-in right now. Like, they're not, like, a world beater. So we've got to make sure we lose to them. I mean, we're at their house, thank goodness. We can make that happen.
Yeah. I mean, unless Jarris goes out and scores 40, we should be good.
Yeah. And then, again, the Sacramento game is going to be a big game. You want to talk about must-see TV, this Sacramento game. How ridiculous is the tanking going to be in that fourth quarter? Who's going to be on the floor? You're not going to have heard of any of them in that fourth quarter against Sacramento. And we're hoping that home court advantage pays off on that one. But after that, Phoenix, New York, Milwaukee's not a playoff team right now, but the New York...
No, they're probably tanking.
Yeah. But then San Antonio, Orlando, LA, Miami, then Chicago. But then Charlotte, Cleveland, Minnesota, Philly, and Detroit. So, you're looking at maybe 4 more teams that are also tanking, but the rest of them are in the playoffs or playing for wins. So, we're in a pretty good situation unless we actually start playing well. Because we really only have 6 winnable games left in our 19, essentially.
Well, you say that. So this week, we'll count today's game against Portland, is going to be a very big one. So before we record again, we will have played another 5 games. So we go from at Portland, we go down to Sacramento on Tuesday. Thursday, we're at home for Phoenix. Friday, New York is coming to our house, and then we're at Milwaukee.
We do love beating New
you
York.
Will remember, we love beating New York.
We really do. You're right.
And I am a little concerned that the New York Milwaukee.
We also love beating Milwaukee too. You're right.
We hate them.
God, we hate them so
teams.
much.
So yeah, we're gonna have to pull some people off the street, get them jerseys.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Nimhard and Neesmith and Siakam are not allowed to play, or McConnell. They're not allowed to play because they hate New York and Milwaukee
too competitive.
so much.
Way too competitive.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the New York, Milwaukee, New York. That is a tough stretch for us if we care about losing. You're right. Oh no. You made me nervous. I was feeling pretty good about all this.
I mean, we have got right now a 3.5 game lead ? Over Utah in the 5 spot.
Yeah. No, the idea that
So-
we're going to get to the 5 spot is it's not happening. I'm just trying to stay in that bottom 3, really, because the percentages change, right? It goes from 52 to 48 if you're in the 4 spot.
Yeah, I mean, you would love to have the extra 4% and 1.5 extra percent of land in the 1 overall.
Yep.
Certainly, you want that. But given our situation, I mean, anything in the top 4 is going to be gravy.
What's going to happen is we're going to have the second worst or third worst record, and we're going to get kicked to 7, and we're going to lose this draft pick. It's just I know it's going to happen.
I'm just burning all the sage around Tankathon to try and keep us out of the 5 spot. I'm doing all kinds of prayers to all kinds of gods. Whoever's in charge of this lottery.
But I mean,
this
I think just it says something about this season that I spent about 3 hours crunching numbers on how to lose better. Like, I don't know what's going on with my fandom right now.
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. My part, I'm showing no effort and hoping that bleeds over to the team, and it is working, my friend.
Good.
I'm gonna stick with it. No games for me this week.
Congratulations.
That's a Harper game.
That's a Harper guarantee. Can you get me some Talon Peter leading the team in shot attempts? Can you get that?
Boy, I don't know if we'll get that 2 weeks in a row, but I've certainly got my fingers crossed for it.
Oh,
him and Cam Jones leading the way. Jalen Brunson's got no film on those guys.
Well, if we can get this Sacramento loss, then I'll go ahead and be okay with us beating New York. Can we do that? Let's do that.
Trading Sacramento. I don't care if we beat Sacramento. We're not going to catch Sacramento.
I mean, if they beat us, we'll be tied for the worst record.
I mean, I understand the math, but I just don't think anyone can tank better than Sacramento.
Then lose more than them.
I don't believe that it's true.
It's not even worth.
I mean, they are just. Sacramento is not elite at many things, but they are elite at soccer.
Yeah. In the scenario that I did, Sacramento has the worst record in every scenario except if the Nets lose out. That's pretty amazing. So, shout out Sacramento.
Yeah. I'm a little afraid of Utah because, man, Utah does suck. But maybe Washington will go on a win streak somehow.
Boy, I mean, they brought back Young. Why can't I remember?
Trey?
Yeah, Trey Young played the other night. So hopefully he'll come out and heat up and start winning some games for him. Did you see Charlotte absolutely destroy Boston? Like blew them out by like 40.
I saw part of it at the bar. Yeah.
Charlotte is legit.
Yeah. No, they're clicking right now.
Yeah, I might have to go see them in the playoffs. Just once they hit the playoffs.
Might as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else to cover? Are you all mathed out?
I'm super mathed out, and I guess I've got to fall asleep to losing to Portland now.
I mean, it's not going to be exciting, probably. So, somnolent game. We'll leave you to it. Thank you, fans, for listening. If you guys want to reach out, you can find us at Undebeatables on Twitter, Facebook.com/The Undebeatables. We've got a contact form at theundebeatables.com. Shout out at The Undebeatables. And you can go to our website /store for all the Schmedium t-shirts.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and for the Pacers' first couple, Nancy and Bobby Stick Leonard, turn out the lights, the party is over.
I think it's weird that there's like an inverse relationship between the aggressiveness of your song and how bad we are. I feel like you've really chilled out now that.
Yeah, when we're playing well, I just scream
about all the losing, but you're just really leaning in.
Well, you think? I mean,
they're putting you to sleep.
Well, yeah. If I start getting angry, we might win. You know, if I start screaming it, I just like want to be like real quiet so I don't wake them up. You know. Shh, they're sleeping.
Don't poke the bears.
That's right. I mean, God, this must be just hell on Carlisle.
Yeah, is Carlisle retiring? It's just like maybe the end of his rope.
I mean, so what? Don't we have a 2-year window for all the guys after this? Like, so it's this tanking season that we've got all of the guys for 2 more years, and that's our championship window. I think he'll stick around for that before he.
I mean, I feel like he has to, but he's got to be looking at his roster like right now, like I'm supposed to win a championship.
Championship. Have you seen Walker throw live ball turnovers at twice every game? Have you seen Talon Peter shoot 27% from the range?
Over and over and over.
Yeah, Obi had a really nice behind the back alley-oop dunk. I think that was against LA. That was fun. He's starting to get his spring back, but I can't imagine we're going to play him heavy minutes for the rest of the season. So we'll just let him have a cool dunk here and there and then sit down.
He's allowed on the floor as long as no one who knows how to throw a lob pass is also out. Just cannot risk injury and or win.
That's right. Yeah, I love that he's out there and he's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to grab a bunch of rebounds and also 5 dimes. Like I just... I'm gonna assist a minute at the power forward spot. Yeah.
Deep in his bag.
So, God, I love this team so much. I wish I wasn't rooting for them to lose.
It's been a weird year.
It has been. I mean, just 19 more games, man. We just got to do this for 19 more times.
I mean, in fairness, last year was really weird too. I did not expect at the beginning of last year to find myself in a Game 7 of the finals in Oklahoma City.
That is definitely true. That took us by surprise as well as this season did. So,
I mean, it was every bit as magical as this
is not. Oh, dear. Well, there's always next year.
Yeah. Magic to mundane and right back to magic.
That's right. That's right. Although apparently we're going to have to steal the Magic basketball dust from Charlotte. We got to get that shit back. We let them borrow it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're holding on to it. It's just safety.
Okay, good. Let them run to the
We'll grab it back when
Eastern
we're ready.
Conference Finals.
It's like exactly. It's just a long-term loan.
We don't need it this year. It's fine.
No, please keep it. At least until we get by New York.
Do you want? Are you interested in seeing Zubats at all this season? Does that interest you? Like just to put him out on the floor, see what happens, or like, we're not really gonna know.
This team is not. It's not going to be a representative set of anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine if we do. I mean, he probably wants to play basketball.
Yeah.
But there's just so little motivation for me to put anybody out in a full contact situation at this point. Like, I just don't want stars playing at game speed right now. I'm just terrified of an injury that's going to run into next year at this point.
Yeah.
It's like nothing good can happen.
Well, he was talking about how Carlisle has a different scheme drawn up for him than anything he's played before, and he's interested to see how it's going to work, and like, give him a couple.
Oh yeah, let's definitely put it on film then, so they'll have already seen it next year.
Okay, all right.
More good news.
So you're fine to wait for Zubats next season. Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, run that stuff in practice.
Okay, good stuff. Oh man, can we bring Lance back?
I mean, it feels like a Lancey
It
season.
does, but he might help us win. Every time we bring him in, he wins some games for us. So we don't want that.
It does.
You bring him in when you're trying to make the playoffs. This is not the time to do it.
Yeah, maybe we can just bring him in to do like the drum line. He's in the building, but just not on the floor.
He's hanging out with Boomer,
That's right.
doing flips.
Can drop down from the ceiling. Yeah.
Oh man, can we get Lance to be like the new Boomer? Can we just do that?
I mean, Joey has been behind that bill since day one.
Lance is the new mascot. Oh, I love it. Okay. Well, I'll write a strongly worded letter and we'll see what happens.
Okay, to the mascot department.
That's right. Dear mascot department. To whom it may concern. I need Lance to be dropped from the ceiling at all Pacer games.
That is all. Thank you.
I said that is all, sir.